So there are 3 parts in the kit: the Torx T15 driver, a 2.5mm hex wrench, and a replacement pawl. Begin by moving the scoop all the way right. Then find the Torx screw directly underneath this point. And completely remove the screw. Next, use a napkin or a soft cloth and a screwdriver to pry open the top cover. Okay. Next, move the scoop back to the left position to expose the pawl. Use the screwdriver to pry off the rear spring by putting the screwdriver in between the plastic and the rear leg of the spring. Then insert the screwdriver between the plastic and the front leg of the spring and remove the spring. Use the 2.5mm hex wrench to remove the pawl. Next, clean up all the dust around where the pawl was mounted. Okay. Is it recording? Yeah. With the area now clean, we can put the replacement pawl back inside using the screws from the old pawl. Turn the screws just a few turns, but do not tighten just yet. Move the scoop all the way left until you can no longer see into the sharpener, but you still have access to the screws. At this point, press the pawl all the way forward towards you and tighten simultaneously. Test the scoop to make sure it's satisfactory. If there is too much force, loosen the screws and move the pawl just a little backward. If there is too little force, push a little harder, and then retighten. Next, we're going to want to reinstall the spring, but first we have to move the scoop all the way back right. Check the spring to make sure that the two legs are still parallel and that it didn't get bent outward as you were removing it. If it did, simply take it between your fingers like this and push it back inward until the legs are parallel or inward. Then take the shorter side, the shorter leg in front until you hear a snap, and then rotate the spring forward until you hear a second snap. Lastly, we will put the cover back on. And this is why you want the scoop in the rightmost position, to make sure that this cable doesn't get pinched as you put the cover back on. The cover has features which interact with the body of the scoop in the front around the door switch. So make sure these go into their channels. Once you find the channels, slide the scoop on and snap it back in place. Once you've snapped all four corners, you can replace the screw on the bottom.